Oh, so Godseeker mode, huh?
Yeah, it should be interesting.
Yeah. Is there anybody like apart from Diego that has this run? Because
No,
I
not that
don't
I'm
know.
aware of.
I think only Diego got this run when he was like practicing for the 112%.
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't know. It's fun. I wish it's the second today.
Yeah, hopefully. But in theory, the first two Pantheons should be like fairly easy, because they build up in difficulty.
Yeah.
But yeah, once we start getting to, P4 and then P5,
Yeah, the thing of P5 is that boss arenas, Markoth, no eyes, hate them.
Oh, yeah.
The other
That's fine.
bosses, meh. It's like maybe you are more consistent or not. You can like get like stupid hits, not. But I hate Markoth. It's horrible.
Yeah, he's an issue for sure.
It,
Now, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Calamity should be doing a nail build. So rather than seeing lots of spell spam and shrieking and diving, she should be lots of fast nail hits.
Mhm.
Because I know he enjoys doing that.
Have you ever run B5 or?
I haven't, no.
Mm-hmm. It's horrible. I'm
Yeah.
super bad at Pantheons. It's like maybe like after like 15 or 20 tries, I became
Or no.
a bit decent at Hitless in the Pantheons, but
Yeah, yeah.
I hate Grassmother. Like these attacks,
Yeah.
it's
So
like,
even though it
yeah.
scales in difficulty, a bit of trouble on Grossmother early, which, it is what it is.
Pantheon 5, if you're on Pantheon 5, be prepared to reset during like maybe 10 or 15 minutes at Benchfly Kings or at Grandmother, because
Yeah.
that's the start of every Pantheon 5 run, because they are not difficult, but it's
It's just a bit
difficult
like
to fight
awkward,
them.
yeah.
Yeah. But well, let's see. I don't even remember like the order in the first 4 Pantheons. It's like
Oh no.
I haven't done like the Pantheon since maybe like 2 years or something like that. So Pantheon 5 I've like run it, but the first 4 Pantheons it's a different world for me.
Yeah. So for those of you who have played the game, you'll notice that Calamity's sort of been dealing with the early bosses, because it sort of like goes in order of when you sort of encounter the bosses within the Pantheons. So the first two Pantheons are going to be like sort of easy, and then, like I said, it will like build up in difficulty, and we'll start seeing more of the harder bosses later on. But, like now it's like Gorb, for example, like he's a pushover. No one would ever get to Gorb. Unless they're me.
From running
But,
Pantheon 5, I forget the normal arenas of the bosses, and I would say like, where are the pillars and the thorns down there?
yeah.
But well, let's see how the first boss is like. Yeah, it's like they are kind of easy. In Pantheon 5, like the best strat is nail arts. I don't know if nail arts are that used in the first 4 Pantheons, but they are super broken, and I have never used them. And in Pantheon 5, it's super nice to use nail arts.
Is it just because of the damage output, or is there another reason?
Apart from the damage that is like better, the not only the damage but the range they give you, like with a great slash and the dash slash.
Yeah.
Obviously, Cyclone Slash is not that useful.
Yeah.
it's funny, but not that useful. But for example, Gorb doing it with great slashes is super easy. It makes the fight super easy, because you don't
Okay.
have to be like that close to him and that things. So nail arts are very good, and apart from that, with the Fury of the Fallen, nail arts with the strength and the fury, it's
crazy
marvelous.
damage.
It's crazy. So we'll see. This first Pantheon, it's like Only Oro and Mato left.
Yeah, it's just this is the final part of the first Pantheon.
Yeah.
So he's utilizing the iframes from Shade Cloak and D-Dark very well.
Mm-hmm. D-Dark is super broken. I will always say that D-Dark is super broken.
It's really strong.
I love it.
Yeah. Because it does insane damage, but also gives good iframes.
Yeah. If I remember well, it makes 88 damage if it like does all the ticks. Like when you go down, all the magic, it's like 88 damage. That's super huge. Like you start with 5 damage in Hollow Knight, so
yeah. Like for context, what's the damage of like a fully upgraded nail? Just for context.
Fully upgrade nail, it's 20.
Okay, yeah. So it's over 4 times the amount of a regular nail hit.
Yeah, it's 20 because it's 4 plus. I don't remember if it's 20 or 18, maybe, or something like that. Now I'm like just guessing, but it's like 4 plus damage from fire.
Yeah.
So it's 5, 9, 13, 17, no, 24. Maybe it's 24. I'm nervous and I don't know how to like add and that kind of things.
Yeah, it's not a good idea to do maths on stream.
Yeah, I was a bit confused there.
All right, so I'm gonna quickly take this break while we're going into the next Pantheon. We actually got a few donos at the very start of the stream. Just want to mention those. So thanks Snowy for the $5. Thanks Starfish Glowing for another $5. And thanks Newtback for a whole $25. And he mentioned $25 for Deadeye to shave his head. You may now go back to Hollow Knight.
A hard challenge. Wait, thanks for the donations, of course, everyone.
Thanks.
So yeah, he cleared the first Pantheon, sadly taking a hit to Grosmother. It is what it is.
Always a Grosmother. It's hell.
Yeah. So he's just doing Soulmaster Phase 2 and absolutely blasts him.
Yeah, it's super different. Like when you run for the first time in the game, in the main game, and then you arrive here and say, wow, the bosses have very few life. Like, it's very different when you do it like this. And apart from that, you get used to the moves in Hollow Knight. So it's very important, like, to get used to moving Hollow Knight because it's super, like, you can see when a person doesn't know how to play very well and how to play well just with how it is he or him or her or it moving, because the jumps, and for me it's like super normal, like the jumps, the things, but when you see a person that is playing for the first time and so on, it's like you see it and you say like, wow, it seems like a bit weird, like the movement. So
yeah, it looks unnatural.
Mm-hmm. Well, here in this Pantheon we have the Mantis Lords and not Sisters of Battle, so
yeah
chilling now.
We get the better version later. Yeah, I mean, this fight is very well loved amongst the community.
Yeah.
Even though it's like fairly simple, it's just great fun.
Yeah, because the first time you find the Mantis is like maybe the first difficult boss or the first big wall that you find in your run. And the music, the dance is super nice, like to fight the Mantis for the first time.
Yeah.
And here's Marmu, the main character of the of the bounty this month.
And he just absolutely shreds him. That must have felt good. And I'll ask, boss people do not enjoy fighting. He's just very tricky.
Yeah, when you get the fight and how to fight him, it's not that difficult. And the first time, if you get like the save points down the stairs, it's not that difficult, but it's not a good time to fight Nosk. It's like, well, I have to fight it, but
Yeah. And our Fleet
irrelevant.
Warmer, great boss. Phenomenal
Yeah.
design.
Of course. And now, I think,
Oh no,
Broken Vessel.
Vessel.
One of the first bosses that I had to learn, like when I did my all skills, because I was running any percent and then I had to run all skills and I had to add Broken Vessel. So it was like a new world for me because
Yeah.
I had never seen like how to fight Broken Vessel in a like Hitless. So I like very much the boss, but when he wants, he just steps on your head and
Yeah, the empty jumps.
that random jumps, and then the Lost King is even worse.
Yeah. Well, Calamity will have the joy of facing him later on.
Yeah, and twice or 4
Yeah.
times, depending on how many runs he does.
Yeah, it should be great fun.
Yeah, I like it
Yeah, I mean,
very much when Shio like does this back jump and it gets the double hit of the magic. So it's very beautiful
yeah.
when double hits. I love double hits. Like the mechanic of double hits is super nice, and if you know how to use it, it's a lot of damage.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
now that another Pantheon is done, I actually want to quickly elaborate. Was there a hit taken? Because I seem to have almost missed it.
Yeah, he was hit to, I think, the third boss.
The second
Okay.
one.
So
The second
Grosmother.
one.
Oh yeah, the second one, sorry, yeah. He was hit to Grosmother,
Okay,
unfortunately.
I see. All right, so the current PB is 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, oh, well, make that 2.
2, yeah.
2? All right,
Yeah,
so much for that.
High
actually-
Knight has
I
that
blame you,
kind of
Luca.
things that I hate it.
Yeah,
because it depends a lot in the position of the boss and the position of the spikes, and sometimes it's just you can't see how to avoid all the things in the screen, so
yeah.
it's a bit weird.
So
And it's like you can look back at it and see like, oh yeah, I should have dodged this way, but in the moment it's really hard to tell like where you're supposed to move.
Yeah, and apart from that, if you want to dive or something, maybe you dive too early or you dive
Yeah.
too late, so it's
I just want to make sure there is one person, Dr. Decomposing, who donated
Oh.
$20, and they said, "This is the run. I am very sorry to disappoint." Also,
Maybe
thank you,
next one.
XProofXX, for $10 with the message "much love,"
Oh, I approve.
and they're on a happy note.
And this is the boss that makes all bindings runs be horrible.
Yeah, so for context, all bindings are basically like debuffs that you can apply to yourself when you try the Pantheons. So like you can limit your nail damage to like an unupgraded nail, I think it is. You can not have any charms active, you can have half health. And basically with Collector, because of like the ads that are part of the fight, it makes like actually killing the ads and also dealing with the Collector and where they're positioned really, really frustrating.
Super hard because you kill the enemies, it drops. You kill them, I think, like 3 or 4 hits.
Yeah.
And it makes it horrible because apart from that, you can only shoot once. You have a very, very few soul. So a lot of enemies start accumulating there. So it's super frustrating. And apart from that, if you're doing all bindings, you have only 4 health. And it makes everything super complicated.
Yeah. Well, now
And only
Calamity's
one,
on Grim.
and the thing is that a person got all bindings hitless, and I think that's the most difficult thing a person can do.
Really?
Yeah, it was a Chinese speedrunner, and he
wow.
made like it was maybe 3 or 4 months ago. He had I think 3 or 4 PB1s, and he finally like achieved doing a Pantheon 5 hitless run with all the old bindings. So I think that's
GG.
one of the super most impressive runs in the world. And in Hollow
Yeah,
Knight.
for sure.
And now, Pantheon 3. Oh, now it comes, I would think, Umu, Zod, and that.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, Galleon,
We have
Umu,
Galleon,
Zod.
and then a
I
very fun
think this
fight
is
after that.
this is the first Pantheon that people, when start doing like Pantheon things, or when they do Pantheons for the first time, this is the first Pantheon that they say, I can't.
Yeah, yeah.
This is the biggest wall in the Pantheons, and when you beat this Pantheon, it's when you are rewarded with the Godseeker mode.
Oh
Like,
god,
you
it's
can-
him. It's Zod,
Zod.
the
Invincible
legend.
skills. Yeah. I don't know if in the international communities like it's the same, but in the Spanish community there's like a super fight between Zod lovers and Zod haters. It's like a community meme, and it's very
Oh,
funny because it's like there are the people that defend him and love him and say that he's good, and there's the other part that say I hate him. I can't stand with Zod. So it's
yeah, yeah.
kind of funny. And this fight is super funny, but Hitless is not a joke.
It's very tricky, yeah. But Calamity makes short work of him. Just
Yeah.
annihilated.
Abusing of the dive and that
Yeah,
things
yeah.
helps a lot.
And just dream nailing Umu for some extra soul.
And this is a boss that some people love and some people hate too, because it's like, oof, Umu in the Pantheons is so different than in like the main game. And I don't know, do you like this Umu fight?
Not really, no. Okay, so he's just gonna play
But
patient and then blast? Oh damn.
bang. If you're lucky enough or you have, I was going to say that if you're lucky enough or you hit him like in a good way, you can kill him in just one phase. So,
Yeah.
but if you start like doing strange things and getting nervous, it can be like a super hard battle. Ah,
He just created a fireball, unfortunately.
I hate this boss. Like, it's a trauma for me.
Yeah. I mean, did you reset to her a lot when you were doing all skills?
Yeah, I think it was like the biggest change, the most difficult boss, because then you arrive to Hollow Knight and you're nervous, but you
Yeah.
have all the abilities. You have dive, you have the shade cloak, so it's not that difficult. But
Yeah.
when you arrive to Hornet 2, it's like, this is the moment. Like, if I do this, the run gets like starts. This is the moment that you say the run can be done. So it was like a tough boss for me. And now that
Yeah.
I'm doing all skills with no transports, no benches, skipless, the fight is super long. And last time
Yeah.
I tried the run, I got hit in the last hit. I
Oh,
got hit
no.
and then I killed her just after that. So it's Hornet 2, Hornet 2, I just started like in Spanish. Hornet 2 is hell. But
Well,
well,
Calamity
Sly.
just, managed just to
Mhm.
fell Sly. Great fight, really enjoy it.
I like it. I like it very much, the fight of Sly. And yeah, we are in 3 hits because he got hit
Yeah,
here in this
unfortunately.
Pantheon before. But well, we go to Pantheon 4 now.
Yeah. Now we start getting some very good fights and some very tricky fights.
What's your favorite
Yeah.
fight from the Pantheons or the whole
Oh,
game?
I mean, it's hard not to say Pure Vessel.
I love
Like, Nightmare King Grim as well is fantastic.
it.
I mean, there are some great fights.
I would
And what
say
about
that
you?
my 2 favorite fights are the Hollow Knight and Pure Vessel, because
Yeah.
Hollow Knight is not a difficult fight and it's not that impressive as a fight, but the ambience, the music, the lore, everything that tells that fight, it's super great and I love it. And then Pure
Yeah.
Vessel is like the perfect battle of Hollow Knight. Like, how do you say a perfect battle at Hollow Knight? A difficult but fair battle. It's Pure Vessel. And here we have Lost King with
Yeah.
its jumps, with all the love here.
Yeah, true ending runners do not like this boss at
No.
all.
No.
But Calamity
We
just
don't.
decimates him.
Nah, it was a very nice fight. He used very well the fireballs and so on.
Yeah.
And it's a boss that with the fireball you can do a lot of damage because he takes double hits super easily.
Very easily, yeah. And now
we
No
have
Eyes.
No Eyes.
A fight that no one likes, and if they say they like it,
No
they're
one.
lying.
And apart from that, it's like, well, you don't want to hear the music, so you put your music and then you turn off the Hollow Knight music, but the music in No Eyes is not music, it's like the sound effects, so you can never like bother without the music. And well, Traitor Lord is not a difficult boss.
Just destroyed.
Maybe the first time you are very nervous, it makes you like double damage, but
Yeah.
when you have the fight control, it's a very easy fight.
Now, another fantastic fight, White Defender. Very enjoyable.
Will we see a volleyball match today?
I mean, maybe. If he doesn't, I'll be sorely disappointed.
Yeah. I wish it can be done. Now the RNG is not being that good, so
that's unfortunate.
yeah. It goes very fast. I don't know if he will manage to do it now. I hate when that happens. It's like you can't do whatever you want there because he goes very, very fast.
Yeah.
And then it's the second phase now.
All right, so we actually got another donation, this time from Sense, $10 of the message, legend. Thank you, Team Hitless and HA, for this event. Very lovely message.
Thank you for the $10. Thank you, Sense.
Thank you to you, and thank you to all the people that is like here watching the event and donating and so on.
Yeah, very much appreciated. So now we should be on to the final fight, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, there's a few more.
Yeah, I think very few, like 3 or 4 fights, and then Pure Vessel that is magic.
Yeah.
And Fate Champion is the worst boss, like in your first run. Wow, it's super fast compared to like its normal fight, and wow, that double damage in your first run. All the double damage bosses is they are a thing.
Yeah. The Calamity just is able to shred him because luckily it's very easy to like stagger him while he's doing his like furious attack or whatever.
Kind of a cheese, like when you kill it with the shrieks and so on. So it's easier. And then this is the nightmare of every Pantheon 5 runner, but in the easy mode because you have floor.
Yeah. So as we'll see later, basically this arena, or the arenas for some of the fights change. And this one in particular, basically there's no floor. So you have to constantly be like platforming, hanging onto the walls, and it just makes it very awkward and tedious.
For all the like oniric warriors, dream warriors, it's very good to use the nail art. And for Markov in Pantheon 5, the Great Slash and the Dash Slash are your best friends.
Yeah, for sure. And I want to watches. And luckily, because we're in the Pantheons, he has access to all the abilities, making them a significantly easier fight compared to
this is the boss that made me start with the no-hit. Because I was struggling with this boss in my first run, and my sister told me there's a person that does it hitless, and I said, nah, that's impossible. And I met Zero, and I watched him do the complete game hitless, and it was like, oh my god,
wow. Yeah.
This can be done. So that was like my first contact with the hitless community, like in this like with this boss.
Yeah.
Soul Tyrant. I love this battle.
Yeah, this is definitely another one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm. It's super fun, super dynamic.
Yep.
And when you control it and do like the double hits in the second phase and that things, it's super cool to see.
Yeah. It's one of
And,
those fights where you can really notice when you like improve at it and get better.
yeah. Like when I did all the Radiant other Radiant bosses in the whole of the bosses there, this was
Yep.
I think apart from Mako and Absolute Radiance, this was like my biggest problem. And when I did it for the first time, it was like now I feel that I can play Hollow Knight.
Yeah. We just obliterate them in phase 2 there, getting in the double hits like you mentioned. Very well played.
Great. And now we have the Pure Vessel.
Oh, what a great fight this is.
And the music, everything. I love it.
Yeah. Like, there's nothing bad about this fight.
And it's a very difficult fight, but you can't say it's not fair. For example, Markov and Absolute Radiance, they are difficult, but in some aspects they seem a bit unfair. But here you can't say that. It's pure ability to beat this boss. It's precious.
Calamity's doing very well so far.
Yeah. You can do a lot of damage to him, and if you know how to avoid the attacks and to hit him, it's not a slow fight. Like you can do it very quickly.
Oh, beautifully fought.
Nice. And now, when this ends, we will have Pantheon 5.
So I have to do all of that again.
The Shirogo, you know the Shirogo? That's difficult. I tried it.
I can't do it.
I tried doing it like for my training, and I couldn't even do it.
Yeah.
So
now that he's beaten the 4 Pantheons, we ascend and go up and up and up and get to challenge the final one.
All right, we got actually another donation, this time from Recycle, $6.66. So now we know who to actually blame for this run. It was cursed from the start.
Thanks, Recycle.
Well, this Pantheon is definitely a thing.
It's definitely a thing.
43 bosses or 42? I don't remember if they are 42 or 43, but it's with no stopping.
Yeah.
Full the complete full experience of a boss rush.
Yeah. And you do get benches and like hot springs in between, but you know, it's still very tough. Like I know of quite a few people who haven't even done this like casually, let alone no hit. It's really challenging. And there's no shame in not having beaten it. It's really tough.
Yeah. I did my I had all the achievements but this one. And I did like 2 no-hit runs, 2 complete no-hit runs before getting this Pantheon, like not even hitless, but for my first time, it was like, oh my god, I had to practice a lot to do this like for the first time. So it's a very difficult thing. I'm not that good at Pantheons, I said it before. So for me, maybe it was a little bit more difficult, but it's a super hard thing.
Yeah.
Oof. He felt there are nail hits, and he was like very close to a hit.
Nah, it was calculated, surely.
Completely calculated, yeah.
Well, Calamity did correct us. Apparently there's 46 total bosses and 44 on the Pantheons. So, yeah, quite a marathon.
Yeah. And then imagine doing a 112% run where you have to do all the bosses in the... Oh no, the boss charge. You have to do all the bosses in the old world, and then you have to do all the bosses from Pantheon 1 to 4, and then doing all the bosses again at Pantheon 5. It's huge.
Yeah, it's crazy.
and this is what these bosses at the start are like not that difficult. You practice a lot these bosses at the beginning, so
Yeah. Okay, so
well, now you have Gob, and this is like the first arena that changes. So you have you haven't got the complete floor. Here, Calamity was a bit greedy.
yeah, well, it's fine.
Yeah,
Only the best players get hit to Gorb.
and he did the pause on the nowhere because there's no thorns or something. It's like nowhere, so you can do like pause there.
Oh right, yeah.
In the
Like I know it's a
complete
thing in White
void.
Palace as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so just de-darking him out of the floor. Already screaming? Goddamn.
Yeah. This fight, like here, if you know how to do it, it's super fast because
Yeah.
this man has not that much life, and you can stagger him, do almost a perma stagger, and that's it.
Yeah, and this nail build that Calamity's got going on is just shredding. He's getting so many hits in so quickly.
Yeah, and this with the Fury of the Fallen is it makes the beginning of the Pantheon super easy and super fast.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of people that are using like the Fury of the Fallen at this beginning of the Pantheon.
Yeah, so for those unaware, Fury of the Fallen is a charm, which basically gives, if I'm not mistaken, it's 75% extra nail
75%,
damage. Yeah. So
it's like the Hollow
a
Knight
lot of damage.
RTSR.
Exactly,
Hollow Knight
yeah.
RTSR.
Except
That's it.
way better.
Yeah.
Yeah, Calamity's opting not to use that. And he's still doing this insane damage.
It's not. It's like if you want to use it, you use it. If you don't want, you don't have to use the Fury of the Fallen. It's like something personal.
Yeah.
If you don't use it, well, you are doing hitless, damageless, and if you are using it, you do like only hitless runs.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you take like intentional damage with spikes. There are like very well-written rules about how to activate the Fury, because you can't activate it when you have the aggro of an enemy. If it makes you like change, if it teleports you to another place and that thing. So it's because if it wasn't that well written, it would be like people would maybe use it in a bad way. So it was
Yeah,
like
it can be
important.
abused.
Yeah.
There you go, Calamity
well.
clearing the first part of P5. Now on to Zero.
Shiro.
Another altered arena.
Yeah. And this boss is like it started being a meme, because in trending, when you fight this boss, you have a lot of damage with the fireballs, and it has very few lives, so it's very difficult to be hit by this guy. But some people, some of the best Hollow Knight runners in the that jump.
It's fine, he knew what he was doing.
Yeah, and
Truly.
some of the best Hollow Knight players of the community that were running trending were hit by this guy, so it was like a meme that Shero is like super hot to do in the trending. So.
Well, I'll be honest, I was hit to him, and I was hit to Gorb 2 runs in a row when I was doing trending. Keep in mind, he's like, 45 minutes in or something, however long. So, yeah.
I am very scared when I do Shero. It's horrible for me. I'm super scared. I don't know why, because it's like, well, I do Shero, and then I have to do Broken Vessel and Lost Kin, but I'm super scared at Shero.
Yeah.
All right, so I just got like really, really good news. We have a huge donation of $200 by Iscarel past 90. Supporting the American Heart Association really gets my blood pumping. Well, thanks to your donation, it's going to help a lot more hearts. Thank you so much. We actually broke the $1,000 barrier.
Nice.
So we have
the first game, huh?
Yo, congrats.
Yes,
the first
indeed.
game and the first
fantastic
$1,000.
And we have another donation for $7.77 on doing
777.
Recycled's Curse. Bless the run, pray to you. Thank you, Munfler.
Oh,
Thank you very much.
The legend.
Thanks. Well, he
Yeah.
got hit by the Oblobles, another super hateful boss.
Yeah.
And then we have the ultimate fight. The people that plays this fight a lot hates it because it has a lot of bugs. But it's
actually it's one of the best.
Yeah.
This is up there with one of my favorites as well, for sure.
Mhm.
It's just super enjoyable, like the music and everything. It's fast paced, you know. It's just great fun.
It's great, but well, it's what I was saying. Like a lot of people when do this battle a lot, like you start watching all the bugs that the fight has, and it makes it like a bit less enjoyable, you know.
Yeah, unfortunate
But
positioning there.
it's a difficult fight, and if you control it like Hitless, it's super beautiful.
Yeah.
So this is after this fight is like the second like pause of the Pantheon, but you can like get relaxed because there's a lot going apart from this.
Like we're only a third of the way in or so.
So let's see. Now I think it was.
I want to quickly chime in since we have a break right there. Is it still 4 hits? Did I miss something while I was?
I think it's 5 now, unfortunately.
It's 5.
It's 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotta make sure everything is correctly counted here. Don't mind me.
Unfortunately, we're in another great fight. Really enjoyable.
If Mamo is horrible in the other arena here, that you can't even like run to the wall.
Yeah.
But well, it's like kind of timing. You do a dive so you can iframe a bit, and when he comes to you, you hit him, and that's repeating that. It's like a loop, but it's not.
Interesting.
It's not that consistent, you know.
Oh, okay.
At
least it's
very,
something,
very
though.
random boss. Yeah.
Oh. Unfortunate timing.
Very, very unfortunate, yeah. But well,
that's another issue. Sorry, go on.
No, go on.
I was just gonna say, like when you do Broken Vessel and Lost Kin, like in quick succession, like the timings of doing each of them can make the fight like awkward.
Yeah.
Because like, you know, you're used to fighting Lost Kin, and now you think Broken Vessel is going to be faster, but then he's really slow, and vice versa, and it can just lead to awkward situations like that.
It happens the same, like very similar with the Soul Master and the Soul Tyrant.
Yeah, because, exactly.
For example, I was running one day trending, and I wasn't like feeling very good, so I started doing Pantheon 5 after that, and running Soul Master after Soul Tyrant it's horrible because I started like, and maybe I received 4 hits when I did Soul Tyrant Hitless, and I received 4 hits with the Soul Master because you're not used to be that slow, and you start getting nervous. So it's a bit strange, like when you have 2 bosses with similar attacks but different speeds and so on. It's wow.
Yeah, well, that's something that people remark about with Radiance, where they say that it's not good to practice Radiance by fighting Absrad, because like the timing of their attacks and like the like lasers, for example, like it can like mess with you.
Yeah,
it's kind of interesting that Hollow Knight is that way.
In that case, I do practice Radiance by doing Absolute Radiance, because it's more, for me it's a different way, because I completely suck with Absolute Radiance. And then I start doing the battle with the normal Radiance, and I say, well, this is more affordable, I feel more comfortable here. So for me, it's better to practice with Absolute Radiance.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Well, yeah, it's like depending on the person. These things. One person has like their strategies, and other people other person has their own strategies, and they are all acceptable. So
Yeah, for sure.
whatever works with you, you do that, and that's it.
It's a very clean collector fight. No issues whatsoever.
Oh no, no scream skip.
Okay, and then on to the final boss of the Colosseums
Mhm.
in God Tamer.
I think this was one of the
Oh.
battles that I wasn't used to it, and I was getting worse, and I didn't know how to fight it. It for me, like, to understand this battle was an issue, and the
Yeah.
wall jump there was super weird, and he got it.
Gonna get a
Wow.
great boss and Grim. Super unique moveset. Really enjoyable.
Yeah. This is the first boss, like, my fight from the DLCs, and it's like, wow, it's super different. The music is super great too. Like,
Yeah.
that heavy metal change is wow.
It's amazing, yeah. Just greeting a shriek, unfortunately.
Yeah, you normally can shriek twice, but he was a bit late with the first
Oh,
shriek.
okay.
Well, this is a loop too. You can do like the whole green battle like without him like attacking you like in a normal way. You can do it like 3 shrieks at the beginning, and then loop him with the dashes lashes.
Oh,
It's
interesting.
it's not that easy to do, and I prefer, for example, like fighting him like in a normal way, because I have to fight control, but it's kind of a loop, like to do it like faster.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so we actually have another donation, this time by Carlo.
Another one.
And it's $40.40.
Oh,
So just remember, while this competition is going on, you can only go up to $99.99. After that, it's just going to be $1. So thank you very much for the $40. Appreciate it so much.
yeah, thank you for the donation.
Thank you very much.
And back onto watches. Just
Yeah,
diving.
the thing of, for example, of Pantheon 5 is the weird changes of Order. And this one, like, is the more shocking because it's one of the last battles in the first 4 Pantheons. And then it's, I would say, in the ending of the early game, of the early Pantheon. So it's a bit strange, some of the boss changes. And
Yeah, yeah. We just make short work of them. No issue for the legend Calamity.
yeah. But, well, it's an enjoyable fight when you know how to fight it.
Yeah.
The first time is like the multiple bosses are very tough.
Okay, just doing some not slick
Uh,
movement. That's
I
like
was
something I
going
would
to
do.
say that I find it a bit weird, like the way he escapes from the attack.
Yeah.
Wow, that looks very nice. Like that, doing the pogo, and then I liked it very much. I saw him trying that before in the third Pantheon,
Yeah.
but he didn't get it because it didn't hit the bomb to Umu, but it looks very nice. And well, here we have Benchfly King Part 2.
The sequel.
With the previous arena, does falling outside the arena count as a hit or no?
Yes.
Yeah, it was another arena change that was introduced in P5, where basically before it was just acid, and he was able to fall on the acid because he has like an ability
Isthmus
called
Tier,
Isthmus Tier. Yeah. But in P5, the arena is different, so if you fall, then you just die.
Yeah,
Well, not
it's
die,
like
but
Void.
yeah. Yeah.
The nowhere.
It's
In
another
Hollow
like
Knight, as I said before, like you can take hits from the ambiental damage when you want to activate the Fury, but if you take that damage like in another way, like by error and so on, it counts as a hit.
yeah.
Even in
Unfortunately.
some places that, for example, in dream pods that you don't get hit, like you don't get damage, it counts as a hit too.
Yeah, like if you fall out of the dream.
Yeah.
So if
And
I'm not mistaken, he should be up to 9 hits now, I think.
yes. I think it's.
Well, was the
92.
last hit Umu or was it something else? Because I believe it's currently 8. I can check again though.
I think you might need to check, yeah. I think he took one
Maybe.
boss like just before Umu.
Yeah, I might have missed that actually. Let me check. I'll check.
Yeah, it's fine.
No problem.
Yeah, just playing
The
phase 2
thing
Sly.
I like saw in the change of the boss, like from Winged Nosk to Sly, it was that a phantom appeared super randomly when the arena was changing, and he killed the phantom. But if that phantom had like hit him, it would be like a hit, another hit.
Oh,
but
right.
it was super weird, but because it appeared super late and out of nowhere. And it reminds me of a hit of a friend in the trending that he got hit by a phantom after Lost King when he had like already killed the boss and it appeared super late.
Yeah.
So it's a bit weird, that kind of hits, because
Well, it seems like we might have a case of Flornet right now, where basically Hornet is unable to jump for whatever reason. So
there's
she just
like a strange hitbox in the two like extreme walls, and the
Oh,
hitbox
okay.
is a bit weird. So if it jumps there, it's like super weird jump.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it always looks funny. Yeah, a bit of a rare situation.
And we got another $20 donation by Arano. Great runners,
Oh.
great cause. Thank you for the donation.
Yeah,
It is
thank you.
really a great runner. It's a joy to watch. I only played Hollow Knight a little bit casually, so it's really nice to see.
Yeah, I mean, Calamity's played a lot of this game. I think he has close to 3,000 hours or so. But even though he doesn't have like many runs, he's really, really good.
Yeah.
Like, really respect his skills.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah,
well,
just
it's
obliterates
not
this guy.
about the runs only, like to say that a person is good or not.
Yeah,
I know people that they are super great at Hollow Knight, and maybe they have only any percentage or something. But it's the way you move in the game.
Yeah.
When you see a person that moves super great, like in a super fluid way, it's very beautiful. It's very beautiful to say, and this is one of the most horrible boss arenas in the game.
Yeah, you can tell they're a good player because you can just like sense that they're really confident with all their movements. Like they know exactly what they're doing, even if it looks really close or really like tight.
Yeah,
it's all calculated.
and the speed of the character is the same always, unless you like equip a charm or something. But you can see how a good player moves better than another, and it seems faster. It's super.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it, but when you see a person that plays very well, you look at the character and you think it goes faster because the moves are super organic, and it's like hours doing this. So
yeah, it just comes with massive amounts of experience. You're having a very good white defender fight so far.
Yeah.
In phase 2 now. Casually bopping him as he exits the ground.
The difference, for the people that doesn't know, the difference between white defender and the dunk defender is that when it goes down the floor, you can't pop out the white defender with the dive.
Yeah.
And it makes the fight very much more difficult because you have to deal with that erratic movements in the second phase. And here we have Soul Tyrant, and this is like the last part of the last boss rush before the end of the run, because here we have the last more difficult bosses, and after this one we have the everyone's favorite boss.
Unfortunate movement there.
Yeah. it's very beautiful, the Sultan fight. I like it very much. I was like just obsessed watching at it.
Yeah.
And the first time I saw someone like doing the 2 hits while the second phase, it was like, wow, this
Yeah,
looks
exactly.
super great. And then you learn how to do it, and it's not that difficult, but it's super great. And here we have the
Yeah, speaking
worst
of difficult.
boss. Yeah, this as you can see, now there is no floor.
Yeah.
And there is death underneath. So what you can do is cry mostly.
Yeah. That's the main thing. Just sob
Yeah.
in despair.
And just try very hard.
Oh.
That was oof.
Yeah, but the nail spawns are seemingly RNG, and as you saw, he almost landed on one.
Yeah, and this is what
Managed to
I
have a clean
was
fight
saying.
though.
Like, when it arrives to the second phase, if you have dealt like enough damage, you can kill it only with fireballs, and that was
Yep.
a very nice battle. And
Yeah, very well played.
wow, that was super nice.
But then it's immediately followed up by Zote, everyone's favorite. So
And this
Yeah.
final rush is super difficult because you have Market, you have Zote, and then you have the Fate Champion that when it's your first time, you do Market that is super difficult. You do Zote that you have to heal a lot, and then it arrives Fate Champion with its double damage and it destroys you completely. It's super hard, this final part of the Pantheon. And then you have apart
Oh Jesus!
the Nightmare King Grim. What was that hit?
Is there a lingering
What?
hitbox there or something?
What? I had never seen that. Wow.
I think there might be a lingering hitbox though.
Wow.
Yeah,
I
lingering
had never
hitbox
seen
bug.
that.
I haven't either.
Wow.
That's really unfortunate.
And very scary for the people that is running like Pantheon 5 now.
Yeah, well, speaking of failed champ, we have him up now with his way over the top speed.
And well, if you see that Calamity is not dying, he's using no dying mod. It's a completely legal mod in Team Hitless, and it just makes you not dying when you're like at 1 HP. And it was made legal because of the Fury of the Fallen. So maybe people could like continue doing runs, even getting hit, maybe at the start of playing. And the other mod that did that was debug mod, had other like things like making you invincible. So it was very weird because you could hotkey like some things, and maybe you could like completely eliminate your hitbox. So this mod was made like just for the no hit, for the hitless runs. So you can.
It makes it a lot easier to run, yeah.
Yeah, because at the beginning, if you want to use Fury of the Fallen, it's super frustrating, dying all the time at the things, and this helps a lot when you're trying to improve at the beginning of hit runs.
It seems like, since we've reached 1 HP, it's going to be quite chaotic, and I think it's fine if we cap the hits here. You agree?
Okay. Yeah. No worries. And this is one of the battles that, when you say difficulty in Hollow Knight, a lot of people will say that is the worst battle or the most difficult, because when you find this battle for the first time, wow, it's super fast.
It's a challenge for sure. But again, another one of my favorites. It's so enjoyable.
The thing is that when you get used to it, it's always the same. And it's not that difficult. For example, for me, it's much more difficult. Oh, that was a nice parry.
Super close.
For me, it's much more difficult, like Pure Vessel. But this, because this is like more predictable.
Yeah,
and did you know that this column attack can be like just you can just like run from this attack watching at the map? Like you can walk watching at the map, and it's like perfect timing, and you never get hit. It's super funny. I love doing that.
You mean like opening the map?
Yeah, you open the map, so you start walking while watching at the map, and the flames like appear, the columns appear, and it's super funny because it's like, I'm not even like trying to do this, so it's super fun. And again, the pure vessel. Again.
Yeah. Well, I have no doubt he'll be able to recreate what he did before. Really clean positioning.
And it seems like difficult to do what he's doing like while he goes down, but it's not that difficult. And I just like made him get a hit because I said that was consistent.
We'll just blame you for that.
that was my fault.
Ooh. Okay, he's living life dangerously. Damn.
Yeah, no, that was super calculated there. Don't worry. Wow.
And yeah, it's just super satisfying to see that he's using this nail build and just getting all these hits in.
Yeah.
But now we have the best part. Everyone's
How can
favorite.
you do this boss consistently?
So if you thought Radiance was bad enough, well, now we have Radiance on steroids.
That's horrible.
Very fun.
I hate him. I hate before I was hating the normal Radiance, but when I knew Absolute Radiance, it was like the worst thing for my life. Knowing that it was the last boss in the Pantheon that I was struggling that much. It was like, I don't want to do this anymore.
The speed of her attacks is so fast, like how quick those lasers come out.
And apart from that, the worst thing about Absolute Radiance is the attack combination. The attacks are so fast that they get like mixed one with another, and you get horrible combination.
Yeah, it's really awful. Yeah, just utilizing the D-Dark iframes just in case, but I mean, a really unfortunate combo.
I was saying, like that combo, for example, the laser, you can see where the balls are appearing, and wow. And it already went down.
Already the climb, yeah.
Wow, that was huge damage then. And this climb, when you do like normal Radiance climb, it's super chill. It's super difficult to get hit, but this I maybe like most of my Pantheon 5 attempts were killed by that. And well, GG, it's super great to run.
Well, yeah, the climb, like, it doesn't look that bad, but when you're actually there doing it and trying to like focus on jumping up and going to the platform, and then the laser beam shoots down, it's really overwhelming.
Yeah. And then the last part of the last part of the fight, there are like some strategies, like the Pogo strategy is a good one, but Diego, the guy that did 100% hitless, he like invented a super difficult strat that was super consistent for him. That was in the left platform, dashing left, wings, and then dashes slashing the Absolute Radiance, and that in a loop. And I tried doing that, and it's impossible. But well, this is not the end, people. Now it was like this was warming up, and now it's going.
Now it's the real run. Yeah. Now it's the actual Calamity. That was just a precursor. That was just a warm up, like you said.
And now is the Benchfly King hit, like the first boss hit, because we said this is the run. Yeah.
Nah, surely not.
Well, since it's the end of the run, it's time for some more donations, because there are a few more. We have a $10 donation from Anonymous. Maybe consider removing the 5-minute chat timer for new followers, so we don't have to wait to donate. Could lose out on some potential donations. Thanks for putting this event on. Well, there should be a timed message that gives you the donation link, but I'm sure it can be resolved. I'm going to pass this on, forward this to others. Yeah, thank you very much for the $10. And there's another $10 donation by Starfish Glowing that says, "Let's go."
Maybe the link can be pinned.
Nowhere.
You can pin the link in the chat, so maybe people doesn't need to like do the donation thing, you know.
A second countdown?
Yeah, I'm going to forward this to if we have moderators in chat, I'm sure they will be able to handle this. In the meantime, we can also focus on the new run, I hope.
Yeah, we ready for a
So
countdown then?
let's see the next run.
Yeah, do you want to do even numbers and I do odd this time?
Okay, so I start then.
Yep.
10,
9,
8,
7,
6,
5,
4,
3,
2.
1. Go, 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 go!
¡Vamos!
Vamos!
Vamos.
Go,
For
go,
Calamity,
go!
apart from that, it's like super late for him.
Yeah. Yeah, for those who
And
don't know, Calamity is Australian, so
yeah, and we were going to
yeah.
run like the last game from this evening, and it was maybe like his 5 a.m.
Yeah, I really appreciate Calamity doing this. Taking the time out of his day, despite the time zone difference.
Yeah. And when you end this, Calamity, you go to sleep.
Yeah.
Please sleep well, drink some water, and let's see how this goes.
Yeah, I mean, surely he won't be hit to Graz mother again.
Yeah.
Copium.
And well, it should be difficult to run like upside.
Oh, flukes.
Yes.
Okay,
He told
okay.
me that before. He was going to do like some Fury Flux like for the
Yeah.
second run.
Switching up the build a bit.
Super funny. And the Flux is like a super good charm that is never used. Like it's super underrated. And if you
Yeah.
know how to use it well, it's super great. The bad thing about the Fury of the Fallen, I think, is that I don't know which were, but you can use it at Pantheon 1, but not at Pantheon 2 or 3 or something like that. I don't remember which Pantheons could be like used for the Fury.
Yeah, so Calamity was just taking some extra damage at the end there, I guess, to set up Fury.
I don't know if he like forgot to put like the mask binding, because normally
I think he might have.
for the Fury, it's used the mask binding, so you have to only take like 2 hits. So maybe he forgot about it.
Well, I guess there's no Fury for P1 then.
But let's see.
It's always
Like
in Quick Slash though.
Yeah, and the Flukes are super great because they do a lot of damage, like huge damage, and they stay there. Like the ones that don't hit the boss, they stay there. So it's a super good trap for example, bosses that move a lot. If you know that they are going to do a movement, you throw the Flukes where they are going to move. So
yeah,
it's a very nice strategy. And for example, in the 112% of Diego, he used them like very much because they are super useful for some bosses.
they're incredibly strong, yeah. Some would say overpowered. Oh, just having a quick pause.
Now, very suspicious. No damage, right? With the Fury.
Okay, so just getting as many hits in as possible and Hornet, and bye-bye. Absolutely destroyed.
Super fast fight. And the thing is that you can't bench between like bosses in the Pantheons now, because if you have the Fury, you like, or you can't like recharge soul because you get the Fury out, so
yeah,
you get healed.
Oh, I guess that's more of a minor inconvenience. Like, I don't think it's super important, is it?
Yeah. And for example, there was like some time in the, and now he's like taking the damage, and now he will get the Fury.
Oh,
No,
huge trade?
he didn't have enough time to get the Fury there.
Oh, no.
Because the thing is that he was waiting like to get 2 damage because he's like overcharmed. So if he got that hit while he was, I don't know how to say it in English, like you have like some iframes after getting hit, but if you fall to thorns and so on, you get only 1 hit and not the 2 of the over Chum, so he had to wait there. You know, that's what I said before, that he used the flukes to like predict where the boss was going to fall, and
he
that's
knocks him
super
into
great.
them, yeah.
And now So War is destroyed because, man,
yeah, he barely gets to play the game. Yeah, just playing super efficiently, getting as many hits in as possible. Oh, clean dash.
Nice.
Yeah, just obliteration.
And now the bosses are like a bit slower because he doesn't have the damage than before, because he doesn't have the Fury. With the Fury, he would have more damage, but now he hasn't got the Fury activated, so
he did a bit of
less
an
damage than before.
And yeah, thank you, Dino, for the raid. Appreciate it.
Thanks very much.
Okay, now on to
Here we have the brothers, and that's a lot of damage.
Annihilated.
It's super great, like this fight, and now they are going to be destroyed by these flukes.
Yeah.
It's a very good charm.
Like, the damage of them is just so over the moon.
Yeah.
Or over the top, I should say.
It had to be like nerfed, because at the beginning, in the first versions, it only had like it only occupied like 2 notches and not 3. So it was it had to be a bit nerfed.
Did they nerf the damage as well?
I don't really know if the damage was nerfed, but they like upgraded the number of notches that it was needed like to be held. So
yeah, okay.
And well, we have Pantheon 1 hitless. This one was
very clean.
Very, very clean. And 4 minutes, that's a very good time too.
Well, I mean, I'm not surprised, because, you know, it is the run after all. There we go. Remember the binding this time.
Yeah, the binding now.
Okay, starting off with, oh god, it's Zero. Oh no. Just already in phase 2 and very shortly dead. Yeah. So now he's going to set up Fury.
Yeah, so
maybe
here
or not.
No, he didn't have enough time, so maybe he heals and then he takes 2 damage, because now if he takes a hit, he would die, but because he has that was the wood one, because he had to heal once to get 2 hits to get like to 1 mask only.
Yeah. Oh man, goodbye.
The Fury is boss destroyer. It's incredible. It deals huge damage and it's marvelous. It's a super great charm.
No.
Oh no!
Slight mishap.
He was trying to do a strategy that like gets the flukes there in the corner, so it takes a lot of damage, but that was a bit unfortunate.
Yeah, like you mentioned before, trying to like get him to go into the flukes.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Oof. That RNG, like being between those two, it's super hard.
Yeah.
I love how quick he hits the bosses. It was like the perfect example is like the beginning of Absolute Radiance fight. It's super great to see the hits, the speed of that hits there. That was unlucky.
That was just bad RNG, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But well, this is like for enjoying like the flukes and the fury. That is super broken. So we are enjoying very much like this, the flukes, the use of flukes. So wow. I like
you noticed he didn't rest at the bench or go into the pond or whatever. So
as
that he
always,
didn't regain
Marmu
masks.
is like pain in the neck.
Yeah.
But well, maybe he gets hit in the first 4 Pantheons, but then he does Pantheon 5 hitless, no? We can dream about that.
That's the plan. Yeah, that's what we meant before, you know?
Mm-hmm. This was like the plan since the beginning, and
yeah, exactly. No copium.
Nosk dead. And let's forget about this like Pantheon 2. That was the bad one. I think we can see like from 1 to 5 without the 2. Like
like
who cares
about
about
Pantheon 2?
Yeah.
Like whatever. It may as well not even exist. Yeah, doing flukes into the corner because he knows Broken Vessel's gonna go there.
That's a lot of damage. It's like he faced with the first attack.
That's crazy.
It's incredible.
Yeah, just casually moving onwards. Then we should have Sheo, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Yeah, Sheo now. Sheo has a lot of attacks too that you can predict where he's falling, so you can like fluke him away.
Yeah. So you just get 2 flukes left there as he jumps into him.
Wow.
Yeah, and just already dead. God damn.
As you can see, bosses with flukes and fury are snap. They fall. And well.
Yeah, they don't get to play the video game. It's Calamity's turn. Yeah, there's P2 done. On to P3.
Mm-hmm.
Now we get some of the tricky bosses again popping up.
Let's see. The Pantheon 3. I think this was the one you can't use Fury well. So
okay.
It's a bit difficult like to activate the Fury in this Pantheon. So maybe because of that. Or maybe he forgot about it. As always, the Hive Knight. It's, I think, the most random boss, like in the 5 pantheons, like not the most random, but it's like the first moment you get, wow, it's like maybe I can't exit from this situation.
Yeah.
You have to be very, very fast, like mentally fast to exit that situation.
Yeah, because it's like the attacks on their own, like they're fine to deal with, but it's when he like combines them and it just becomes really like difficult to process in the moment. A clean Elder Who though?
Elder Who is a breezy boss, like with if you try to do it without the dash, without the, I don't remember the name now.
Shade Cloak?
The Shade Cloak, it's a super hard boss. Like you get used to do it with the Shade Cloak, and wow, then you struggle when you try to do it without it. And it's very funny because, for example, some of the things that the boss says seem words in Spanish, and it's very funny. And Marco, for example, says "veo mal," and it means I can't see very well in Spanish, so it's very funny.
Okay.
Because he says it a lot. And these are like small curiosities that I give you that are completely irrelevant. But well, God Tamer.
Yeah, it took an unfortunate hit there. Just sort of landed on its head.
We will reset the hits when we enter to Pantheon 5, so maybe...
Yeah, like all of this is just preparation for P5.
Warm up.
Okay, back to Grim again.
Yeah.
Getting absolutely demolished by flukes right now.
Yeah, when he does that attack, he gets very vulnerable to the flukes there.
Yeah. Seemed like he might have greeted a fluke there. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I'm just continuing to do the same attack.
Yeah.
Like, do you know if this is HP related?
Yeah, it's both Grim and Nameking Grim phase like to the balloon phase. When they have like a 25%, like 75, 50, 25. So they only do like 3 globe attacks.
Okay.
I don't know how to say it. Yeah, it's like depending on the percentage of life. Because of that, you can do that loop if you do it correctly, like in in the no-hit with the shrieks and the
Yeah,
slashes.
Ah,
Another
Right.
boss destroyed by the flukes, and it was everything was the strategy to set up Fury.
yeah, exactly.
There is another donation of $10 by Lamish, who says, "Good luck. Hopefully, it
Thank
will
you,
be a
Lamish.
great Pantheon 5. Very excited."
Let's see.
I'm sure it will be.
I'm sure of it.
And if it isn't, then we can all kick point Calamity. Okay, we're just fighting the absolute gigachads out again.
I could never insult Calamity. He helped us very much with the verification at Hollow Knight. Because he came in when there were like 10 or 15 runs and he completely destroyed the verification there.
Oh, I see. Doing the Lord's work.
Yeah. Whenever a new person starts verifying runs, they are very enthusiastic at the beginning. We all were there in that phase.
Oh no. Okay, we're just dancing around the Umu arena, avoiding all the electricity.
Yeah, a lot of people has like different strategies, like for avoiding that, like pushing attacks from Umu. I normally like play with the
Oh.
walls. Oh, that was very nice. That was very nice.
Clean.
And now I like open a new debate. Steady body, yes or no?
I am personally not a fan, but I know
Ah,
Calamity, as you've seen, really
yeah.
likes using it.
I'm neither a fan of steady body. It
Yeah.
makes me like change my game completely, like change how I play completely, and I don't like it. That was very unfortunate.
I was well played other than that. But again, just practice the P5. Nothing to worry about.
Nah. Now it's saying like, nah, this won't happen in the V5. Yeah, I have control, like all the bad RNGs. He got a lot of bad RNGs like during these 4 Pantheons. So maybe he's a bit luckier in the Pantheon 5.
Was he gonna try and fluke P2? Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
That's a bit unlucky.
But that was huge damage. With other flukes, like the best strategy for that phase is nail arts. The great slash is super great. But that strategy with the flukes like makes it like only one attack in that phase.
Yeah.
And then we have the last training Pantheon,
Yeah, last little bit of practice. Yeah, remembering to put on the binding again. Good job.
And here it's easy to do it because with the first one, with the Crystal Volume, the Rage Volume, he can like set up Fury very easily.
Yeah. Like we saw him do it before on the easier version of this fight where he jumps into the spikes. Yeah.
Set up Fury. He goes his head up and down. That's like the standard Fury set. And here is the same. That's
Jesus.
huge damage.
Just absolutely destroyed, man.
Nah, that was incredible. That was absolutely incredible, that last game fight.
Yeah. Then hopefully no eyes will just get demolished.
And remember that he like activates the Fury very fast because the first attack deals 2 damage, but you are like invulnerable, like you are invincible in that part. But when you hit like ambiental damage with that invincibility, it only makes you 1 damage and not 2 damage while overcharmed. So,
Oh, really?
yeah, it's because of that you get the like mask, the mask binding, because you have only 4 life, and you take the first 2 with the overcharm, and while you are invincible, it makes you only 1 out of the 2.
That movement.
Ooh, that polo!
That was wicked. Oh, good spacing on that. Oh,
Super Giga Chat there.
I didn't actually know the thing about the taking 1 less damage. It's interesting.
It's something studied like to the, for example, for the Pantheon 5, you can activate Fury between the first and the second phase from the Absolute Radiance, for example. You have
Oh,
enough
yeah,
time
yeah.
to do that. And for example, one friend of mine got a hit there because he died at Absolute Radiance, activating the Fury because he was very slow, and he took the full damage of the second hit.
Oh,
And
that's
that's very
unfortunate.
unfortunate. So you have to be very quickly to activate the Fury there.
Yeah.
And that's what happened there.
Oh, goodbye, fellow champion. It was nice knowing you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And now it's, I think, Watch Nights. I don't remember the order. I always struggle with the order and the Markov.
No, Watches is after Markov.
Yeah, after the the bench. So oof.
He's living life on the edge. Oh, getting
The
a
bad
nail
thing
out of his
about
hole.
the flux
Oh.
is that you will miss the shamans in Markov in the Pantheon 5 because now it has like more movement there.
Yeah.
But in Pantheon 5 you miss very much the shamans in Markov.
That was really well played though.
Mhm.
And then just fluking the Watches again. Because they just sort of stand there at the beginning. And yep, just goodbye.
Yeah. He
Oh
almost
man.
like the Watchers almost do only one attack. It's like incredible.
Yeah.
Some of them they don't even attack.
Ridiculous damage. Wow.
And that's it. Easy fight. I don't know why people say, Watch Night is a difficult fight. Just do this.
Yeah, just have all the abilities and fully upgraded nail and just fluke them with fury.
And more than 1,000 hours.
Yeah.
Adding flukes to the Tyrant is very difficult because
Oh.
it moves a lot.
Yeah. I was getting so many hits in during that attack.
Yeah. I'm very scared to do that. Like I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
I know I stay at one like corner and say, no, can't touch me here. And that's it. I only hit the human once there.
Super clean phase too as well. Well played.
Yeah. GG's.
Then we get the best fight again.
Nice. As always, pure vessel. It's
Yeah,
a
I wonder
joy
how
to
much
see again.
I wonder how much different this fight is with flukes.
I don't really know how this fight goes with the flux, but only the nail damage makes a huge difference.
Okay.
So it will be faster than before. The
It
flux,
takes an unfortunate hit there.
yeah. The flux are difficult to be used like in very fast battles like this.
Yeah.
Tyrant and so on. So it's a bit
Oh my lord.
disappointing in that way, but that was super fast, as I said, because of the nail damage. That is absolutely huge. Well, we can reset the hits to 0 now because he's going to do like Pantheon 5. This was the warming up, and that's it.
Yeah, now it's the actual run, you know.
Now, yeah.
Just a little bit of spice on top of it.
Oh. I wonder if he'll keep the same charm setup for this or if it'll go back to... Oh. Looked like he wanted to, maybe, but decided not to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let's see. Pantheon 5. Remember the binding? Please.
Okay, he's going to get the bench.
Yeah. So no flukes?
No. He
Oh,
put on the wrong
no
one?
flukes. Yeah. Is he going to
There we go.
do what I think? No. There is a build that is very funny that uses like the elegy because it makes
Yeah.
like a super great match with the Fury because it works only with full life, but except with Fury because if you set up like the elegy with the Fury, it's super great and it has great range and a lot of damage. So
Oh, okay. Yeah, it just shreds the Vengefly Kings and then sets up Fury. Then we have this awful arena for Grozmother. Oh,
mhm.
getting loads of hits in constantly.
Yeah. And the thing of the build I was saying is that it's like called as a meme because it's very similar to the Reduvia in Elden Ring.
Oh, right,
because,
yeah.
because of that, like
Oh my god, this
damage.
damage.
Yeah, it's incredible. It dies like I think it was like 5 hits the first night, and
That's ridiculous.
this is the most overpowered build for the Pantheon Firelight for me with the magic damage, with the super great nade damage with Fury and Strain. This is super great.
Yeah. And we can see that I just completely dismantled Pulse Knight.
Yeah.
And there goes Moss Charger getting his revenge.
Mhm. You don't even need to like throw magic to, for example, the failed champion that has a lot of life. You can kill the failed champion without using magic, and that's super huge.
Oh, wow.
And you're now going to see what Hornet is with Fury and Strength because it's a complete joke. It's
Or rather,
already
we
dead.
won't see Hornet because she's already gone, yeah.
Bye.
It's like did a drive-by. And Gorged already in phase 2.
Yes. And he didn't do like the first attack in phase 2 because it's not possible to do it, but he could even like do the first attack with the phase 2 with the damage that he deals. It's super great.
Oh, I see.
And this is like a joke fight too. Like the damage is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, like he's just already dead. Like, just move on to the next boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Quickly. Nah, I don't like you. Next one.
Yep, next. Just speeding through this.
Yeah. And the thing is, apart from being like a
Oh,
very
that
that
was
was
so
super
unlucky.
unlucky hit.
Yeah,
That
like
was like
the
pure
spawns for those
RNG.
blobs. Yeah, it's just RNG as to where they spawn. Ah, man.
That was a bit sad, like because it's something you can't control. It's not like a fail of playing. It's the boss that is horrible.
It's
The
fine, we just won't
RNG.
count that. We all
No,
agree it doesn't count.
I haven't seen like any hit. I'm a
Yeah, yeah.
verifier, so I
The
will
die are
verify.
cast. It can no longer be reversed. Sorry.
That was a hit. Wow.
Yeah,
it was
that
like a
was
double kill
super
there.
strange. Yeah.
They hit each other. But well, we will see a very fun run, and apart from that, a very fast run because that damage and that will make the bosses super fast, and that makes like this run much faster than it
Yeah.
could be like without the Fury.
Like, it just melts them.
It's
Wow.
incredible.
Like, I knew Fury was good, but like when you actually like properly see the fights with it, it's like, oh, okay, that's
Yeah.
really, really strong.
From outside, you say, well, Fury is good. They say the Fury is good, but then when you're used to see the game with Fury and without Fury, you see that the difference is huge.
Yeah.
Well, their Calamity was like his hair was cut with one of
Yeah.
Sharon's words.
Just got a quick trim.
Yeah. And
Yeah, now already goes
now you will
Crystal
see the
Guardian.
ridiculous Crystal Guardian. it's a 5 seconds fight.
It's
Great.
quite remarkable. And Soul Master's going to go down no problem, I would assume. Yep, just one stagger and then dead. Nah.
Yeah, it's like he did only one attack. Like out of the memes, it was only one attack. It's super huge damage.
And getting the double hits in.
I don't like double hitting the Soul Master because it's that slow that I feel very like nervous, and I don't know if I I will get the 2 hits right. So I normally hit
I
once
see.
only the Soul Master. It's a bit weird to say that this lower boss is like the difficult phase 2, and you can see now the power of the Fury. The first Obloblo didn't even do an attack.
Yeah.
And that was unfortunate.
I'm still just so astounded by DPS. It's just so unreal.
And if you combine this with nail arts, it's another game. It's a complete different game. It's huge.
Well, I guess in that sense, it's sort of similar to when you see people do no-hit runs, and it's like
Yeah.
casually when you play the game, it's like, oh, I'm doing a bit of damage, but then when you have like a proper build and all the buffs and stuff, it can become
Yeah.
really obscene.
It's the same in the Souls game. Maybe you start doing your first run and you don't know very well how the stats work, what to upgrade, and so on. And then you start making a build, and then you realize how broken can you be in that kind of games.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's the same with Hollow Knight, because maybe your first run you upgrade once or twice, and you don't use strength because it can breaks down and you can use it again, and you don't use fury because it's only usable when you're at 1 HP and you want to heal. And then you realize the difference between using these charms and not using them, and you find a very big difference. And of course, Mamu had to hit Calamity because it's a
getting its
super
revenge.
bad boss. Well, I don't know when the bounty ends, but the bounty is very fun. It's very fun. I would like people to run it. Doing Dark Deepness, Mamu
really
with
fun.
no charms, no upgrades. It's super fun.
And the frogs, really good.
And the frogs.
Yeah, great time.
And well, this man was completely destroyed. I didn't even see the battle.
Yeah, it's just they're just like they're on the screen and then they're just not. Just as quickly as they appear, they are gone. Like Galleon, goodbye. Nice to meet you.
This is one of the other bosses that maybe is kind of difficult with the RNG, but if you kill him that easily and that fast, you can't have a bad RNG because you kill him super fast.
Like there just is no RNG.
Wow, that dash was very nice. Like
super clean fight.
Yeah. And super fast, as all the fights with the Fury. I will never be tired of saying that Fury is super fun to play.
Yeah. Well, as long as you have no dying mod.
Yeah, and if you're good enough.
Yeah. Oh wow, Hive Knight just did like 3 attacks and then died.
He didn't even like do the scream and anything.
Yeah.
Anything.
It's crazy. I expect Allahu to get similarly demolished.
Yeah. And apart from that, what I was saying before with the Radiance and so on, that fast attacks while jumping and doing the wings, it's super difficult to make that fast. And this was a Scream Escape. He said, well, I already have kids, so we will Scream Escape here.
May as well. Wow.
And he could, maybe, if he had a bit of luck, maybe he could have killed him before going up the first time, and that would have been crazy.
Yeah, just to be clear, him dashing into Collector at the start was intentional. It's so he would be able to like hit while the Collector was screaming.
a skip done by the speedrunners, because well,
Yeah.
in speedrun
Obviously
you can
not
take hits.
Hitless valid.
So that makes the boss to be like stop doing the scream, but you can still hit him, so you can have a lot of free hits, so
Yeah.
it dies much faster.
Then we get the balloon attack again,
Let's see if now
charging up a nail art.
the strat goes well.
Yeah.
And then you do that, and
Another
again.
one.
Yeah. And maybe if you don't like, if you aren't very like familiar to do the screams after the first one, it's you can do this, but it's now he's going to do again the glow attack, so
Yeah.
it's super crazy. Look, it's a lot of damage. Like you have like made him lose 75% of his damage in like 4 or 5 attacks. It's great.
Okay, well played. Let me get another.
Not Grim, but Calamity did it very well.
And then the surprise watchers fight.
Now you will enjoy very much this fight.
Yeah, well, I guess they get to do like 2 moves. Oh, just one attack. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, 1-1.
Yeah.
As you can see,
Right.
only one move.
I mean, that's fair. That's balanced.
7 hits, and that's it. It's just 7 hits.
Dude. It's just I just can't get over the damage.
You don't let them like even fight. It's like this is unfair. You're like destroying someone
You're
that
just
it's not
bullying them.
defending.
Yeah.
It's
Actual just bullying.
huge.
Okay, so we need to remember to not fall this time, because there is no acid.
So let's see how
Oh, it's kind of scary.
this fight goes. Well, as always, it has like it's 3 points of no hits there, of no static. So it's very nice. Like,
Oh,
and
Jesus.
that was great.
Okay, he's just
I love
styling.
that move. I love that move.
Just adding a bit of flair to the run.
Yeah, so let's see how this goes. So because this is now going inside like the late part of the Pantheon, the difficult bosses,
Yeah.
and it's super enjoyable to see. I like very much like watching Pantheon 5, not playing because I'm not good at it. But
Yeah.
Pantheon 5 hitless runs are super fun. They are very fast. If you have a lot of experience, you can do it in like half an hour. And apart from that, it's a difficult run with a lot of merit, and you can like try a lot in this run. But be prepared to like reset with the bench fly kings and the cruise model, like maybe for 20 minutes before getting a good start.
Yeah. We had a rather unlucky hit to Winged Nosk just then with the blobs.
Yeah.
I love how aggressively he plays this Sly fight. Just getting so many hits in.
This fight is super fun.
I really enjoy it as well.
The first time I was like super happy when I killed him, and then I saw that this phase was next, and I almost cried when I died here.
Oh, I died so many times to phase 2 as well,
Yeah.
But then when you figure it out, it's like, it's not bad.
Yeah, but you feel like super confused of getting attacked by many ways in different places, and it's super weird the first time.
Oh, get really close calls.
Oof. Jumping on the head as always. Hornet
The classic
2,
Hornet
I
attack.
hate you. I'm saying this, I hate you, Hornet.
And just for the record, we hate you, Hornet. You are not fun. You are not cool. Oh wow. Well,
since I hate Hornet, Sealed Siblings is my favorite ending.
Okay, that's just kind of mean. Oh, I looked like he thought the
Yeah,
empty jump would be
that
farther
jumps
away from the
is
wall.
super strange. But now he's dead. It's like it was very unfair that jump that he did. But it's Lost King. He always does unfair jumps.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No Eyes Arena and P5 is really good.
Yeah.
Really fun.
And when you're like doing this fight for your first time, maybe you get hit by one of the phantoms, and then you get to the spikes, and it's like you get destroyed. Maybe you lose 5 of your life in 2
Yeah.
hits. It's horrible because
It's just-
you are like rebounding in every horn in the arena.
yeah. It's just such a bad fight and such a bad arena. I'm really
Ooh.
not a fan.
No.
But you know, you gotta have some bad with the good. The bosses can't all
Oof,
be
this is
as good
going
as
to
pure
be
wrestle.
this is going to be very fun, like to see this boss like die in absolutely 3
Yeah.
attacks.
Traitor Lord getting what he deserves. Absolutely blasted. You actually no, you don't, Calamity. You don't like No Eyes. You're lying.
No one likes No Eyes. It's impossible.
Yeah, it's literally impossible.
That was a good joke, but we don't believe you.
Well, he's stricken by karma as he takes a hit to White Defender, unfortunately.
And now, yeah, it's like the end almost. We have the
Yeah.
last bosses, and this is like from outside. This is the most fun part of the run.
Yeah.
You see a lot of fast bosses with lots of attacks, difficulty, but when you're doing this, you're like dying.
Yeah.
And arriving here hitless, I haven't done it, but it has to be like one of the most stressful things in your life.
Yeah, it must be super nerve-wracking. Oh, getting 2 hits in there on the dive. It's really clean.
Wow. I
Getting
love
loads of
how
hits in there.
he hits him like in that attack that goes from one place to another.
Yeah.
6. Wow, that's super clean how he attacks him there.
Yeah, she's playing it super aggressively and really precisely. Yeah, getting the double hits again, as we've seen.
7 hits. Like
Oh.
the second phase is 7 hits, and that's it.
Yeah, it's like when you see like really good play like this, you gain like a much like deeper appreciation of like the bosses and the game and
Wow,
how you're
that
able
was
to run
super
it.
unfair.
Yeah, that sucked.
The swords of Markov.
It's fine. Markov isn't real. He can't hurt us.
Yeah, it's.
See, look, he's already
And
gone.
that's it. That was very unlucky, but he plays very, very fast. As all the
And thank you,
bosses.
Markish, for the raid. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Oh
Here
no,
we
it's
have the
him
best
again.
guy. I'm a Zod fan. I'm sorry.
Are you still a Zod fan after that?
I've got a tattoo from Zod.
Oh. Oh, Jesus.
Nice.
Completely calculated there in the corner. Wow.
In fact, I've got like a tattoo of Zod, like not the Grey Prince Zod, but the Zod. It was like a meme with friends, and finally it appeared, and I love it. And this is what I was saying before. It's huge to
Yeah.
kill the failed champion like this. It's super huge.
I still can't get over the damage. I've said it so many times now. It's just so unreal, like how high the DPS is. Crazy. Oh damn, I'm Brett with the raid. Thank you. Appreciate
Lots
it.
of raids.
Okay, just on Grim. Getting the globe again. Okay. And dash.
Dash.
I really don't like the after trail on that attack.
Yeah, it's a bit difficult.
Well, it's because I'm bad, so I always try and pogo him and then just sort of fall and miss the pogo.
It happened to me many times.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Nice.
Sweet
Destroyed.
dreams.
So the bad thing about the Fury is that before Radiance, you get healed. And
Yeah.
the first phase of Radiance, you do it without the Fury. But you can activate the Fury during the fight while the boss is passing from one phase to another. So
Yeah.
there you don't have aggro of the boss, so you can do very fast, so you don't die and you don't lose your run there. Oof.
Oh, good reaction.
Yep. I love how he controls the hitbox of that big attack, and he stays just in the border that you say, nah, it's impossible that he's not being hit there. This was a super beautiful,
super clean fight. Yeah,
pure vessel fight. Let's see with this moth that we all hate.
The bigger moth, the shiny moth.
Before that fight starts, just gonna mention we actually have 3 new donations. Recycle donated $3.34. Rounding it up, Pawsman. Thank you very much. Pigeon donated $25. Thank you very much. Thanks for the 25.
Oh.
Then Purely Puns donated $1. I've decided to base my stand-up routine around hollowed out cones. Funnily enough. Thank you very much.
That was a bit unlucky, but he had a super great RNG with the shrieks there.
Yeah.
And it was super clean that first phase, but it was a bit unlucky in one part.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you for the donations. And can we ban Ascended, please? For that terrible joke. Oh, good use of the iframes. I think she's already going to start climbing now, isn't she?
Wow.
Oh, almost.
Almost. It was very near there.
I don't mind. Guy overestimated the damage.
The A-frames is huge.
Oh.
And the main difference between the dog, the descending dog, and the dive is the duration of the attack because of the expansive wave, but both are super broken in way of the damage they deal and the quantity of iframes. It's super huge.
They have the same iframes.
Yeah.
It's 0.4 seconds.
The small difference between both of them is very small because of the animation, and this was super great. Pantheon 5, everyone clap.
GG. Sadly, couldn't get a hitless, Keck point and all that. But no, really great showcase.
If he sends me $50 or something, I would verify this.
Yeah.
Blank blank.
Yeah, but we said it really quietly, so everyone else couldn't hear that.
Nah, this was a very, very fun run. It's very difficult to do the Pantheon's hitless, and we had a great time watching these runs.
Yep. Really great showcase. Really wicked.
Yes.
And then, oh no, the Godseeker getting devoured. Sad cry.
Oh, so well.
Yeah, thank you, Calamity, for that.
Thanks.
Good job.
That was super great. I had a lot of fun.